What do you think? Are we ready? Yeah. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a wonderful, beautiful day to see you here. I'm so grateful to see the sun come out this morning. And I'm really happy about our theme this month. I don't want to give away too much, but I want you to know I've been waiting a long time for this theme. So I'm really excited. This first song, let me warn you ahead of time. So we're going to kind of sing along together for a little bit. And then toward the end, there's a call and response, but I didn't put it on the slide, so you're going to have to watch me, but I'm going to give you the cue, okay? All right, so a couple of new songs for us. I've not done these before, so let's see how they go. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, take a look around. Beautiful. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you. And so it is. I can see it. It's right there for me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it. You are an angel full of magic and power. Your sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you. And so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you. And so it is. I can see it. It's right there for me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it. You are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. I see the heart that's in you. And so it is. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. So here's our call and response. Here we go. I see the beauty in you. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. I see the greatness in you. I see the, there we go. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you. I see the joy in you. I see your light shining through. I see the light in you. I feel the love that's in you. I see the love in you. I feel the grace that's in you. I see the grace in you. I see the courage in you. I see the courage in you. I see the heart that's in you. I see the heart in you. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. Now just own it. I see it, you see it, just own it. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. I am. This is a gift we give ourselves, a psychology and affirmation of truth. Sing this to your own heart. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. A little more energy. I am beautiful. I am powerful. Yeah. I let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. Now give a line to stand up with this. I am beautiful. Oh yes. I am powerful. I let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I let go of my past and celebrate who I become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. One more time. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. Okay, now we're going to break loose. We're going to celebrate. Yes, I celebrate every day who I am. Every day I'm going to celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate now. What are you celebrating? My beauty, my power, woo! My wisdom, yes, my talents, the center, woo! These friendships celebrate my community, my growth, getting older, yes I am, getting better. Okay, gotta make it up. My families, my grandkids, friends have our guns, our forest, and the new rain house. All of these celebrate. Yes, it is a day worthy of celebration, and you are beautiful and powerful.
Thank you, Tricia. Let's hear it again for Tricia. Well, good morning and welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living and welcome in Zoomville, Zoomland. We're so grateful that you found yourself here. I know you have a lot of places to be on Sunday morning, but you found us. This is the place to be. This is the new you. Happy New You. So we are going to do what we do every Sunday, and that's recite our vision and mission statement, which says, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. Well, I have some announcements here this morning. Paula is off vacationing somewhere doing what she loves to do, RVing, I think. But we have some announcements. Our fundraiser is continuing, and I don't have any new numbers for you other than I know more money is coming in, and we're closer to our goal. We're so close that we actually called and ordered the equipment for the new air conditioning. So we paid half of it. So once they complete the job, we'll have the other half for them. So we need your input on that. So if you can keep those monies up and above your normal tithe coming in, that will assist you and us with staying cool for this summer, because summer is just around the corner. It's, here we are in June and it's still raining. I know that April shower brings May flowers, but what do June showers bring? Haven't got a joke for that one. So. Rain, right? They June bugs, yes. So the blue envelopes are in the seat backs, and those are specifically for the AC unit. It was originally for the kitchen and the AC unit, but Angelo and I were able to crawl under the sink and fix what was wrong without having to purchase any new equipment. So with his ingenuity, actually I had a vision in the middle of the night. Why can't we just tap into what we do have hot water wise and hook it to the existing dishwasher, and boom, it was fixed. So that saved us a couple $1,000. Also, if you hadn't noticed, we have brand new TVs, and we also got 2 not new but used laptops that we're going to be incorporating into our service. Chris, my lovely partner, Chris Strong, and myself donated the $1,000 for our center to have those so that it wouldn't come out of our expense budget. So Chris and I looked at where we were, and we decided because this was my dream, that we would finance that dream for you, so that instead of having the old pull down screen projected, we have TVs, and we got one in the back too. I moved the one that was up here into the back so I can see what's going on without having to look at it. Yeah, it's just Grants Pass is moving up to the 20th century or something. So GPCSL Spiritual Living Circles, every Wednesday evening from 6 to 7:30, right here in this building, Trasia, or outside on weather permitting, out on the lawn, we are having the circle. And Trasia is facilitating. A love offering is greatly accepted. Each week we'll discuss articles and readings from the Science of Mind magazine, Guide to Spiritual Living. And if you don't already have a subscription, just by coming to this Wednesday evening thing, you're provided with an online free digital version, no charge for the first 6 months for new participants to register. If you'd like more information, contact Trasia. All faith walks are welcome, and this is the perfect opportunity for people who are curious or have questions and wanted to discuss Science of Mind in a more intimate atmosphere with a wonderful practitioner, Trasia. She's guiding us through that, so I would encourage you to come and spend Wednesday evenings with us. Today at noon, we have a movie, Gorilla Girl. This is a benefit screening for the GPCSL AC unit. With over 40 years of experience raising and rehabilitating animals, our own, so proud of Ann Southcombe being here. And she is, she created this movie and shares a perspective of emotional intelligence carried by our non-human friends in the heartwarming and eye-opening film. This is an incredible documentary style movie, so I encourage you to stay for that. We are asking for a $10 to $15 love donation or whatever you can give. But she is providing this, and all the proceeds are going to our center.
I didn't create it.
Uh,
Allison Films created.
oh, okay, yeah, but you're in it, right?
Well, it's about my life. and I-
Okay, she didn't create it, but it's a movie about the creation of her life. So she kind of created it. There wouldn't be a movie if she hadn't done what she did, right? So, all right. Community Fun Fair, Saturday, June 25th from 10 to 4 p.m. Do you want to come up and give us a little? This is Wendy, and she has some information she's going to share with us.
Hello, everybody. I'm just super excited about our fun fair. So here's our little poster. So you might be seeing it around town because we had a great canvassing. I want to thank the people who signed up to do that. Thank you so much. It's going to be June 25th. So it's coming up soon, 10 to 4. We're going to have vendors and a barbecue and some games and all kinds of great stuff. So of course you guys are invited to come. And this has been so amazing because we have put out so many ripples into the community and we're feeling those and seeing those ripples come back. So this has been so amazing and has opened up opportunities for us to serve the center and our community. So we have many ways for you to participate in the law of circulation with us with the Community Fun Fair by serving. So we need a little bit of help still to on the day and the day before. We need to do some setup and cleanup. There's a sign up in the back for that. There's a couple spaces still to canvass the city, but that's pretty much done. But mainly what we need this week is on this Friday and Saturday, June 10th and 11th, we're going to tell our neighbors. So we're going to walk door to door with the flyers and about 2 blocks each way and let our neighbors know that we're having this great fun fair, invite them and let them know that it's happening. So there's a sign up for all these different things in the back corner. If you're online and you'd like to sign up for something, you can contact me. My name's Wendy Orsott. My information's in our e-news and under the vendor information and in our directory. So if you have any questions, I can vet them to me or Chris Strong. We just thank you guys so much and we're super excited to put this fun fair on. So yay! Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy and Chris Strong and all of the volunteers that have come forward to help us with this experience. Let's see. Metaphysical book study continues on Sunday mornings from 9 to 9:45. We are midway through this thing called You by Ernest Holmes, and a love offering is accepted. And if you want to get in on that, just show up 9 o'clock Sunday mornings and come participate with us. And that concludes the announcements for this morning. And please stand as Treasure leads us as we sing, We Are One.
Well, you don't have anybody with you.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony. As peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony. As peace has come, as we are one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's read the gratitude together. I
Give great thanks for the perfection of my body, exactly as it is.
And so it is. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Deborah Perdue, and I'm a licensed practitioner here, and I love being here every Sunday when I can, and I'm so glad to see everyone here. It's great. Practitioner in training, Jamaica, is holding the high watch for us. She is not at the practitioner table because she has so many jobs here. Thank you, Jamaica. But she can, after the service, she would be willing to direct you to another practitioner or to a practitioner, a licensed practitioner here to pray, to do a short affirmative prayer. And if you're available today, please raise your hand. Looks like it's Treasure and I today. Let's see. As I said in our prayer circle here, we're small but mighty. So the yellow ones are the prayer request forms. I always get mixed up about that. You can also fill out a prayer request, which is on the back of the seats, and it can go into the offertory or to the box in the back. And we as practitioners love to pray with and for you for a week. So please use us, and you can also do it online at our website, which is grantspasscsl.org. And the blue ones are for manifestations. We call them demonstrations. When something has come true that you were praying for, let us know, especially if we were praying with and for you. Let us know. We love to hear about them. And it's time for a happy birthday song. So if you have been born in June, please stand. We want to sing to you. Is there?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
The flowers today are from Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla. Is there anyone here for the first time? If you are, please raise your hand because we have a gift for you. Is there anybody? No, everybody's been here. That means if you were new, you came back, so that's great. Please remember to silence your cell phones if you haven't already. And let's read the prayer together. Listening to and loving my body brings me directly to the divine magnificence of life consistently. And so it is. And now we're going to sing I Am Loved. Please remain seated. I the love of God is in my life. I am loved. And so it's time for some contemplation and a short meditation. Most people know this is like my favorite book in the whole world, and I often read from it when I'm up here. Today's no exception. And because June is about the body, I picked one called I Accept, and by the way, it's from Dr. Ernest Holmes, wrote it. Their daily guides. I accept my own spiritual and physical perfection. My body is a temple of the living God. It is spiritual substance. I have perfect confidence in my heart that God's life-giving spirit is my life. Since God is my life and God is eternal, my life is eternal. Therefore, I cannot be separated from God, from good, from perfection. If I would renew body, mind, and affairs, I must first cause my imagination to rise above them. The thought, the Christ within me, really has the power to make all things new. The perfect life of God now expresses itself through me, and every part of my body expresses its innate perfection and wholeness. As the sun dissolves the mist, so does my knowledge of truth dissolve all pain and discord. I know the truth about myself as a child of God, and that truth makes me free. I am free because the power of the living spirit is my power, and it remolds and recreates my body after the likeness of the perfect pattern of God. I open wide the doorway of my consciousness to a greater influx from Almighty Spirit. I know that the all-conquering power of Spirit is with me. I accept my birthright as a divine being of manifesting the life, love, peace, strength, harmony, and joy of God, the infinite life that dwells within and incarnates itself in me as me. And so let's take a minute or two to reflect on that in a short meditation together. And I'll call us when it's time to come back. And as we come back into the room, open your eyes when it feels right. And remember, I accept my own spiritual and physical perfection. And it's time for special music by Tracia and Reverend Stephen's talk. Thank you.
Body, the divine temple. I love this month's theme. Okay, what about it? Several years ago, some of you might remember Elijah came and visited us. And while he was here, he taught us a chant. And I've been looking for a chance to chant this with you. So I'm going to need y'all to be the rhythm section though, okay? Because it's a cappella, but I got to keep on beat. Okay, so everybody use your feet. So it's a call and response. All right, here you go. Go ahead and put us up for the first slide. I'll sing first. My body is the living temple of God.
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 My body is the body of the Spirit.
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 Oh, I am what I am. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I am what I am.
Oh, I am what I am.
Oh,
You got this. Sing from the top. My body is the living temple of God.
my body is the living temple.
You're gonna have to say this like I can believe it. My body is the living temple of God.
My body is the living temple of God.
My body is the body of the Spirit.
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 Oh,
Okay, you ready to try this one more time? You guys gotta really sing it like you can convince me. My body is a living temple of love.
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 My body is the body of the spirit.
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 Oh, I am what I am.
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 You guys can just run around and listen to that in your head.
Keep going. Okay.
Well, thank you, Treja. And good morning and welcome to your spiritual center. So last month, we went through all the emotions of sadness, and anger, and grief, happiness and joy, and all of the things that we feel. And this month, we're going to focus on our body.
Woo-hoo.
So, the June theme is Living Everyday Wonder, the Body. And today is Welcome to the Temple. Welcome to your temple. This month, we'll explore how to live in everyday wonder through the magnificent and magical creation that is our body. The body that you have right here and right now was selected by you, believe it or not. You got to choose to a degree. And by loving it, we learn about it and we listen to it and we become closer to the divine because our body is the very connection that we have to divinity itself. The body is the one thing in the world which is completely and intimately ours. And rather than engaging in a spiritual body that denies our experience, we see it as our connection to all it is. And we move closer to our experience of God through our body. That's all we have. You know, we are the very link between everything and the no thing. So metaphysically, and on this plane of existence, we find ourselves right at the crosshairs of spiritual energy. Our bodies are magnificent and magical conduits between God and our individual consciousness. So let's celebrate our bodies for the way they allow us to experience our lives in the world. You know, these are actually spacesuits where our spirit is encapsulated for a time to all agree that we're going to have this experience together. You know, we have such interesting perception of our bodies, don't we? And all bodies are good. And the body that offers a direct and clear path to divine is your spiritual body and the body of your affairs and the body of your body. But by loving our bodies and using them to contact and connect with our mind and heart and listening to the wisdom that we are, we celebrate our magnificence. Today, let's begin to explore the concept of living everyday wonder through the magnificence of our divine experience in this thing called life. So most of us likely grew up with social messaging that our bodies are not acceptable for one reason or the other. Do you ever have that experience where one day like junior high school, you realize that, everybody's a little different and that our bodies are different in that one person is taller and one person is shorter. One person may have a different color skin, but we see ourselves as too heavy or too light or too tall or too short or too this or too that. And we start to have a self-body experience. No matter how perfect you are, you found something to be upset at your body with. We may have an ideal image of how our body is supposed to look and operate. Magazines or TV ads show people in a certain body image, and we think we're supposed to be that way, and that's just not how it is. It's really not always healthy what's being shown on commercials, but we put that in our mind and we think we're supposed to be that way. But by learning to love our bodies as the way they are, we open to the opportunity to heal these and other wounds and traumas that have been hidden in our bodies and our physical experience. And by opening ourselves to feeling how the body feels without judging it, we open to the opportunity to receive insight and wisdom. So it may take a lifetime to get over some things that we have judged about our bodies. So the viewpoint of science of mind is that our bodies are divinely created as part of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. There is not a spot where God is not. That means wherever you are sitting, God is. It can be no other way. Just like the one mind saw fit to create many different varieties of flowers and trees, so it's created many different body types. No one is better than another, and we would never tell a rose to be a sunflower. While our bodies have a physical nature, this does not divorce them from the spiritual. Rather, it acts as an intermediary where we are connected divinely to what we are. But we must remember that all of creation is spiritual. All bodies are good. If you are breathing, awake, alert, and aware, and have consciousness, you have a good body. But we see it as, are you always on a diet? Are you on a seafood diet? You eat seafood, you eat it. All bodies are inherently good, but our bodies are listening to what our minds are saying. There is a link between the mind-body connection that it's been said that sometimes our body and our experience can hide certain emotional pains. That actually arthritis has been called bottled pain, where it kind of pools in one area because of the beliefs that we've held. And that kind of holds us back. Each of us is deserving of a harmonious relationship with our bodies and a society which supports us and our bodies. Now, trying to get a society to agree with that may be a lifetime experience. But we don't need society to tell us that we're spiritual or not, or you guys wouldn't have made it into this room today, right? The body is a tool for our spiritual connection and understanding and ought to be respected as such. Which brings me to my talking points. Would we ever look at a beautiful oak tree and tell it that it ought to be a willow? Have you ever said, oh, that oak tree should be a blade of grass? And we admire it for what it is. Would we judge a lily by the same standard as a fern? No, we don't look at the flower and go, oh, you should be something different. You should be a different color. But we don't do that. Why do we do that to ourselves? We look at ourselves in the mirror and go, you should be this, or you shouldn't be that. Or do we take all this in as part of a wonderful variety and display of nature? Because that's truly what we are. We're all different flowers, flowering as best we know how with what we have. Have you ever compared your body to another as though it should be something different than it is? You know, in Science of Mind, we teach that everything exists, everything that does exist, does so in order to make the divine magnificent. And you, being exactly who you are right now, is doing it perfectly. That if the infinite stood before you and said, this is what you should be, and gave you a card that said what you should be, it would say, you're doing it perfectly right now. Your body is exactly the way it is, and it is necessary for the divine to express itself right here, right now, as exactly who and what you are. Now, if you went and had your blood work done, the doctor might say, well, your cholesterol is this, or your this is that. But that's just a snapshot. That's just, and you know, some of these are good indicators to maybe change our diet a little bit, right? To maybe get an inside look at what we're doing to ourselves. Rather than compare ourselves to another in a disparaging way, what if we were each to love our body and our being for the unique and wonderful thing that it is, just exactly the way it is right now? What if you were to just love who and what you are right this moment? Because no matter what diet you are or are not on, in this moment, you is which it is. And that's the way it is. And so it is. Number two, many of us live in some state of discord with our own bodies. Perhaps we're holding it accountable to unreasonable beauty standards. Maybe we're holding on to aches and pains that are wanting to tell us something important, or that they are holding on to in some unprocessed feelings that we need to let go of. You know, sometimes our body are telling us things like, slow down. You know, I woke up this morning and I've been working hard at doing some things at home and taking care of the dogs, and my sciatica was telling me that this morning. And I woke up and I was like, what is the pain in my hip? And, you know, I turned my foot funny and my hip went, whoa. You know that feeling where it's like, oh, nothing else matters but my hip right now, you know? And then I turned my foot the other way and the pain went away. You know, it's like, go to the doctor. If your person want to do this, we'll tell them to. But, you know, a couple of aspirin, you know, can help. Some ibuprofen, if you believe in that sort of thing. You know, we believe in this teaching in the pill and the prayer together. We are often taught that the physical is somehow less than the spiritual, and forget that our bodies are spiritual vehicles. What other vehicle do you own that can process food, that can take you anywhere you want to go, that can take oxygen in and exhale, whatever exhale is, right? Right? Who can drink water and process it, who can eat food. I mean, you know, our cars do something like this, but we tend to forget how magical our bodies are that carry us through this plane of existence. The messages that we send our bodies with our minds, whether it's not good enough or because of its appearance, or that it is physical and therefore undeserving of our love or respect, or that it's just a biochemical machine with nothing important to say. It's just not the truth. We need to be careful about the thoughts we think. We need to tune into our bodies and find what messages we may be carrying. And what happens when a message is delivered? The messenger goes away. Unless we've misinterpreted the message, and then the messenger shows back up in our life. And we go, I thought I handled this. But there's something else to know. There's something else to experience, apparently. Which brings me to my third talking point. Our bodies are not simply living machines. They are the temples in which God is able to live and move and have its being the way that it wants to by means of us. How did our life get to be the way it is in this moment? Through the decisions and choices that we have made in every moment has brought us here. And here you are. Responsive to all of our thoughts, our bodies are more than just vehicles for us to drive around in. They are dynamic and expressive creations of God. Pain or trauma that we have pushed away with our minds often gets stuck in our bodies. It can happen like that. And when we process it, the pain goes away. And the only way to release it is to feel it. You know that pull you get when you're in an uncomfortable situation? The divine asked you to go forward and you said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm happy being uncomfortable right here in my uncomfortableness, so I'm not going to go. But when we finally, in our stubbornness, I'll call that for myself, finally get the message and we can move through it, something happens. And if something happens, everything can happen. But if nothing happens, nothing happens. It is not somehow anti-spiritual to tend to these needs of the body, including the use of medications when needed, so that we may be allowed to rest and recover from stress. Just don't overdo it. Moderation is the key. We think that if 2 ibuprofen is good, maybe 60 is better, and that's not good for the body. But we have to moderate that. In order to live truly harmonious lives with our body, we must listen to them. What's your relationship to your being and your body? Maybe now's the time to forge a new one. And just lay in bed and listen. Go, body, tell me something, and see what comes up for you. By listening to our bodies, we will likely find that our discomfort is eased a little bit. That whatever may have been bothering us mentally can be worked out physically, and vice versa. Sometimes just a little bit of exercising can diffuse a challenging situation in our life that we've carried stress about. Once they no longer need to shout through the pain to be heard, they can share their wisdom with us. And thus we move forward and through the pain, through attracting divine wisdom, through our intuition. Our intuition is always shouting at us spiritually. And we, that feeling in our gut, you have a gut feeling, and we go, I should have listened to that feeling. Everybody's always said that hindsight is 20/20, where you look back and go, I had a feeling about that, and I should have done it differently. The mind-body connection will allow that to grow so that you can listen to it and act upon it more quickly. So in conclusion, I know this is a lot of information about the mind-body connection, and we'll unpack more of this in the weeks to come. But this week, sit with these 2 ideas. Your body is perfect exactly how it is right now. And your body is a divine tool that is absolutely vibrating with the flow of source energy. That's the aliveness you feel. That is your creative energy wanting to express as you. It's what got you up this morning and brought you here. How might you move about your life differently if you absolutely knew that this was true for you? How can we work towards becoming better friends with our bodies and listening to our body's voice? Seek, and ye shall find. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. And so it is. Time for our prayer, so let's just take a moment to remember who we are right here, right now. There is a creative energy that is always on. It is the energy that rises the sun and allows the moon to glow. It is that same energy that we are. There is not a spot where God is not. And every drop of the ocean contains within it all that the ocean is made of. And each one of us is a drop of the divine, carrying with us in our bodies, our minds, and our spirit, the very essence of divine magnificence. Each one of us, everything that is unified in that field of power and possibility. And as we speak our word for what we choose to be, do, and have, our bodies react. Our bodies become in line with spiritual energy. Actually, the spiritual energy has always been there, but it will not come forward until we align ourselves and act the part. And at that point, healing and the revealing of truth begin to happen in our lives and in our bodies. Releasing anything that no longer serves us and attracting all of the new information that we need to allow that miraculous energy of healing to take over. So I may not know what you're walking through, but I know God does. And as we move our attention to what we believe God is, healing is happening right here and right now. How good it is to know that our only work is to remember who we are. We don't have to figure out how to solve all the problems of the world, but we do have to introduce love into every situation. And as we introduce love, love becomes us. Love moves into all those places in our minds and our bodies, moving the right cells and DNA into our body in the right places for that miraculous healing that is happening right here and right now. How grateful we are, with a heart overfilled with gratitude. We give great thanks for knowing these truths and acting upon them in a way that allow this world to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So it is easy to let go, placing these words directly into the living, loving thought of mind, where the miracle has already taken place. And we take full advantage of that miraculous energy by living fully, loving deeply, and remembering who we are. As we affirm this together by saying, okay, it's time for our offertory now. Could you just press the offertory button there? So thank you, Jamaica. So let's recite our offertory idea about sharing, which says,
I am ever thankful to tithe of the great abundance that is already mine. As I give, so I receive, and so it is.
And would you like to do a little piece of music?
Sure.
Do our offertory.
Sure. I love that you brought out the ultimate theme. It's all about love. That's beautiful.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. And lose myself when it seems I've lost my way. Then I go inside and quiet my mind. I can hear spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's a love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There's only love.
Thank you, Treasure. It's time for our offertory prayer. And we didn't recite our offertory.
Yeah, we did.
We
We did.
did that,
We
okay,
did.
okay, I'm just making sure. We have my list here. Wait, did we do that? All right, let's pray for our offertory now. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this community and allow this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to be open and available for those who choose to remember who they are, and even for those who may not know it yet. And for this, we are all well blessed. And so it is.
And so it is.
And it's time for our closing song. So if y'all want to stand up and sing along with us.
This is actually a Buddhist blessing. And so you may recognize it, do it from time to time. And I'd just like you to send it out to everyone in the room. So I miss circle, but just kind of look around, right? May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Blessings.
Presentation. So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my body.
It's happening in my body.
It's happening in the body of my affairs.
It's happening in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
And I know it.
I know it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it
And
is.
just the way that it is not.
Just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Have an awesome week, everybody. Blessings.